welcome to another installment of the Fragments Silicon Reviews. 4 reviews up this week, the first of which is Seasons Beatings. Yes, a holiday game for, well, it's not quite the Christmas season, but I think we've just kind of accepted that the millisecond after Halloween, Christmas Part 1 begins.
To paraphrase a thing I saw online the other day, the war on Christmas will not end until Christmas stops its illegal occupation of November.
Can I get that on a shirt?
Probably.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing I would see on a shirt. So yeah, it's November, but I have no compunctions about covering a Christmas-themed game. You know, if the rest of the fucking country won't draw back Christmas, why should we? Anyway, that being said, this is more in the anarchic, anti-holiday spirits, sort of. Like, really, I think they just like the rhyming scheme more than anything else. This is just very superficially Christmas related.
Deck your friends with bats of hardwood, fa la 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 la.
Thereabouts. I mean, like, the Christmas theming is kind of just, the Santa hats people are wearing, some of the Christmas streamers, and the music is hard rock versions of Christmas classics. Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells. The fucking music that will be intruding on our lives on a daily basis, day in, day out for a month.
It already is. I heard it at Walmart today.
Yeah. My point is, these songs. You probably heard them. It's just, with a lot more guitar, electric guitar at that. So, like I said, it's not completely off-themed here, but I can't call the Christmas cakery here anything more than superficial, to be honest. Now, the framing device likewise is superficially Christmas related, as apparently you are a office personage who's been trapped in a never-ending office Christmas party held by militant holiday fanatics, and this has been going on for weeks, which raises all sorts of questions. And apparently, you just decided to grab weapons and escape. Like I said, this doesn't quite make sense, because why are you doing this after weeks? And why are there fucking guns in an office space? Like,
NRA office party? I don't know.
Why are there knives and bats as well? Like, what are you doing here? What are you, at a weapons manufacturer?
Look, sometimes there's just a lot of tension, interpersonal tension in an office environment.
I mean, well, clearly it's boiled over. Because, your job is to get through 21 increasingly difficult levels. And it bills itself as something in the spirit of Hotline Miami. That's in, like, the gameplay mechanic, because in terms of its presentations, its aesthetics, and just the everything else, no. Just no. But Hotline Miami was a top-down 2D psychedelic 80s experience. And this is not that. This is more, okay, there's no nice way to say it, but it's still true. This is more a pretty stock Unity asset game, just kind of gussied up with Christmas stuff.
It's like Hotline Miami in that it involves killing a lot of people inside a building, but at that point,
and also
you're not narrowing it down much from video games.
Yeah. Well, the specifics are in the kill or be killed mechanics, because it's one hit, one kill for the most part. Like I said, if you throw a baseball bat, that will stun an enemy. Hopefully you have another weapon nearby, because otherwise, that stun's not going to do much. And you'll you can say Hotline Miami or Super Meat Boy. It's very fast, very frantic, if you die, you'll respawn quickly. Like the part times are
super hot.
Yeah. Super Hot's actually a bit different. Or at least mind control delete, because that's more based off of specific movements.
Fair enough.
It goes by fast, but it's got a much different rhythm and pacing than these games. And I will say that the game does deliver that kind of frantic pace and gameplay. It's definitely not on the level of, say, Hotline Miami or Super Meat Boy. Oh, ye gods, no. Like, this being closer to a Unity stock game, there were some performance issues. Not the worst. Not the worst I've experienced this year. I haven't forgotten about you, Invisible Hand. You're still my worst game of the year. That was so unoptimized I could really not run it. But this still had your Unity stuttering issues. I'm not gonna lie. So the fast gameplay kind of got interrupted, but that's not the problem I had with this game. No, this game gets an automatic failing mark for not having rebindable keys. There's no excuse for this. This is a Unity game. You can rebind keys in Unity. Not to mention, FPS style games have been rebinding keys since for fucking ever.
Since we were playing FPS games on stone tablets. Wait, no, hold on.
I mean, you're not exactly wrong there. This settled into your default WASD, and that's fine for a lot of players. I am left-handed. I've gone on about this before. I don't do WAS because it's super uncomfortable. Not unplayable, but I'm not getting the kind of dexterity I need, especially in a game like this, where I can with the arrow keys. It's that's where my comfort zone is. And I get not having that as the default because, 90% of people are right-handed. They will have literally the reverse setup I got here. But it's not being able to change the keys. That's an automatic failure. There's no excuse for it, because then you're forcing me to use a key binding setup that I don't like and don't find enjoyable. And you're not exactly a narrative adventure game or anything like that where I could forgive clunky controls. Here I need to have the precision and comfort that I'm used to in order to actually play the game well or just decently. I was getting killed a lot because of hand cramps. So, unfortunately, I guess I can recommend this game mildly if you're right-handed. Which, to be fair, that is most people. But just on a personal note, no, this is definitely going on the worst games pile just for a lack of options that should be there.
And it's not like it's a bad port of a console game or anything. It's just it's a PC game.
Yeah, you made this on the PC, and you say you have partial controller support, and that's always dog shit. And I'm also one of the people who, if I can help it, don't like to play with analog sticks in an FPS game because I know the difference. I do not get precision out of that, but this game is less reliant on that, but you're still precision is a key element here because not only do you have melee weapons, you start off with your, let's say, baseline weapon. You got the bats, which will deliver a crushing blow, but throwing it does a stunning maneuver. Got a knife, it's shorter range, but you can kill from a distance with a knife. They function like the weapons would function. You've got a pistol, you've got a shotgun, so you do get melee weapon, you do get ranged weapons in this, firearms, and being able to aim those is important. It's very vexing because I wanted to like this game more than I did because, like I said, in spite of its visual laziness, it's a decent game. Not amazing, but for something that looks like this, it's something that should be in the Louvre. Because a game that looks like this usually plays like dog shit, no matter what you do. This didn't, except for the fact that I can't change the keys. And maybe call that a technical foul, but it's still one of those. Like, anyway, the game retails for $9.99, and I would expect this to be on sale, during Christmas. Like, not $10 is fine if you're not left-handed. But I'd probably wait to pick this up in a Steam holiday sale. Like, I suppose the nice thing is you can play this in January and not feel too bad about yourself. Like, it's not extremely tied to the holiday. That has its good points, it has its bad points. I don't think it makes for a particularly compelling Christmas experience, even an anti-Christmas experience, because, like I said, it's so skin deep. But playing this in July isn't going to hurt you either. All right. Anyway, any other questions, comments, or concerns on Seasons Beatings?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good also.
All right, so that'll about do it for this game. Be sure to tune in after the break, as the Galax will be reviewing Love Choice.